Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Saturday, February 11th. I got another quick video topic here, and it's on Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple, and just some comments he had for Elon Musk that I thought was interesting. So let me just read through the article real quick. It's super short. Link down below, and then I'll add a few other comments of my own. So the title of the article, the headline is Apple co-founder Wozniak takes aim at dishonest Elon Musk for misleading Tesla buyers. Quote, they robbed my family of so much. Um, so let's see. It says Elon Musk's penchant for promising the moon has landed him in hot water with one of Silicon Valley's original greats. Steve Wozniak, who co-founded the world's most valuable company, Apple, castigated castigated the Tesla CEO for supposedly stealing from his customers, himself included. Speaking on CNBC's Squawk Box on Thursday, Wozniak said he was deliberately misled over how well Teslas could drive themselves, arguing his own car came woefully short of Musk's claims. Quote, it makes mistakes all the time. He told the Daily News program, it is a horrible, frightening experience. Quote, Wozniak expressed frustration at the showmanship of the Tesla CEO, saying it contrasted sharply with his own approach to business based on upfront candor and a refusal to embellish the truth. Quote, a lot of honesty disappears when you look at Elon Musk and Tesla, he continued. In particular, Wozniak complained about spending tens of thousands of dollars on the latest self-driving technology since 2016. When Tesla first offered full self-driving FSD as an unvalidated commercial product in beta. This suggests the Apple co-founder bought into a promotional Tesla video that is now alleged to have been staged at Musk's request. According to recent testimony by the head of the program, they have robbed my family, quote, they have robbed my family, myself and my wife of so much money I could not tell you. With things they said that we really believed would be real, Wozniak added. Now, Steve Wozniak's a multi millionaire. So, I'm sure he's not too hurting too bad from that. But, a lot of companies nowadays, especially tech companies, uh, whether they're in startup or whatever, will hype products and I think because of Elon Musk, people are more willing to do to do this now. You see it in companies like oh God, what was the um, uh, Nikola, I'm in Arizona, company found based here in Arizona, and the founder, I'm blanking out on his name right now, but he got in a bunch of trouble for basically company went public, and a lot of what they were claiming that they could do, whatever proprietary technology that this company had, was basically all bullshit. So I think that's a lot of entrepreneurs and whatever they might make some claims to to help basically launch the company or move the company along. But I think Elon Musk is kind of a master at doing at doing that. So you have products like the Cybertruck, where they whatever you spend. I can't remember how much it was, but hundreds of dollars or $1,000 or whatever it was to reserve this product, and they might raise capital that way, or make certain claims to hype the image of Elon Musk, like whether or not um, the whole Mars thing, how far out that really is, like the self-driving. They make these claims that whatever in a couple of years, all these cars are going to be driving themselves. Nobody's going to be driving anymore. Well, that didn't turn out to be true. Same thing with the Mars. I just saw a headline the other day that he claims that within the next decade, there's going to be humans on Mars. Now, whether that's just a claim to hype up SpaceX and his image and his companies and get more people to invest in stock or the product, I think that's probably, you can debate that. So let me continue the rest of the article here. uh, Musk's bold claims stretch back years, but they reached a whole different level in April 2019 during Tesla's Autonomy Day. The entrepreneur famously claimed at the time that before the next year was over, more than 1 million Teslas already delivered to customers would turn into robo-taxis, so advanced their owners, quote, could go to sleep in the vehicle it chauffeurs them around. Tesla's customers could earn passive income from their car, potentially around $30,000 a year by his estimate, simply by instructing the vehicle to pick up fares on its own via inclusion and in a dedicated Tesla network of robotaxis. This would happen at the push of a button, he claimed. The fleet, quote, the fleet wakes up with an over-the-air update. That is all it takes, end quote. Nearly 4 years later, Musk has made some basic progress with a fourth quarter rollout of its feature-complete FSD to all customers who paid for the $15,000 option. But the software remains in beta, meaning vehicles must be under constant supervision by a licensed driver behind the wheel, and it is limited to the United States and Canada only. To Wozniak's chagrin, none of the Tesla CEO's original claims have therefore come true. Elon Musk said it would drive, quote, Elon Musk said it would drive itself across the country by the end of 2016, Wozniak said, adding he was tired of Musk's constantly shifting the goalpost from 1 year to the next every time he failed. In recent months, Musk has toned down his rhetoric. Now he only aims for supervised FSD to be safer than the average human, and all talk about achieving the most advanced stage of full autonomy, known as Level 5, has been dropped entirely. When Musk was asked last April how he could be so off in his prediction when rivals have been more sober in theirs, the entrepreneur simply said it might shock people to realize he can be wrong from time to time. Even though Musk has not delivered on his robo-taxi plans, a key element of his master plan part 2, he will unveil part 3 at Tesla's Investor Day on March 1st. I think that's the end of the article. So anyways, it's worked really well for him so far. So I can see why he makes these type of claims, because it works fucking well. So now whether that'll come back to bite him in his ass, I don't know. Every day I see new electric cars coming onto the market from various automakers, and they look badass. I would love to have an electric car someday. The only turnoffs for me is, for me personally, the whole self-driving thing. It's somewhat interesting, but I also love to drive. Like I enjoy driving. Like it's fun for me. I just like driving. Now, some people don't like driving, so I could see how some people would be more interested in that. Also, if you had a full self-driving vehicle, it might eliminate, whatever, drunk driving, things like that. I think that's all great. One other thing that I don't love about the whole Tesla concept or whatever is that you're on their grid. So You know, I guess this is your personal preference, but how do you feel about uh, being tracked everywhere you go and everything that you do, and the potential that your vehicle could be shut down at the flip of a switch? I don't know. I guess that's your own personal preference with technology. So the other electric vehicles that are coming on the market, I don't know if they're quite as linked up as Teslas are. And there's some awesome vehicles that I'm seeing out there that look really cool. So they're going to have a lot of competition in that segment. So Teslas have been the hot trendy thing to have here for years now. So whether that'll continue in the future, I think that's to be determined. And as far as his other companies and projects, SpaceX, the whole going to the Mars thing and creating a civilization on Mars, how real that is, I don't know. Neuralink, the company where you're going to, be linked up with uh, technology. You're going to have some sort of technological implant. That doesn't sound appealing to me at all. That sounds totally dystopian. Now, if you're creating some technology that's going to help people with some sort of medical issue, I think that's different. But I don't personally want any um, tech inserted into my body. Um, and then what's the other one? I'm blanking out. One other company that he has. Well, just as far as the what's it called? The satellite. Oh God, terrible. The whole satellite network that the company that they have, and you know his claim as is that this whole network is just to give internet access to people around the world. God, I'm blanking out on the name of it. I'm sure people know. But I saw a headline the other day how Ukraine was wanting access, Starlink. That's what I was trying to think of. Starlink. Ukraine wanted access to use Starlink to uh, I think for drone strikes. So you know, i- the U.S. government has approved Elon Musk and his company to launch all these thousands of satellites that go around the globe. And I'm sure there's other countries out there that aren't quite totally pleased with that. Nobody owns, I guess, space. So I'm sure that's going to be in the future an area where you might have some other countries that are wanting to I don't know, maybe take out these satellites if there's some sort of war going on. You had the issue here not too long ago in the US of China with these balloons, these surveillance balloons. So you have airspace that these countries can can determine that you cannot enter. But at what point, at what altitude can I don't know. It's just kind of a gray area. So, anyways, Elon Musk has claimed that he does not want his technology to be used for warfare. But I guarantee you, at some point, if the government wanted to, uh, they could whatever during some crisis or emergency use. They could take over and use this technology in that situation. So um, whether private industry is okay with that or not at some point, like the Defense Production Act, I believe that's what it's called. At some point, the government could, enact some law to use your private company. So, anyways, I like what Wozniak had said about more honesty in how these corporations conduct themselves. So I think that has turned some people off. Um, from Elon Musk's companies and Teslas in general, just as far as how outspoken he is, and the fact that he makes these certain claims that don't always turn out to be true or come to fruition as quickly as he says. So if you're somebody who reserves something like a Cybertruck or whatever, and here you are years and years later, and you're like, okay, what the fuck? Is this ever going to happen, or is the product going to look remotely like what you had claimed it would be after whatever regulations that you have to follow? So I could see how that might turn some people off of the company, and now you have um, all these other products from other companies, electric vehicles, whatever, coming on the market. Um, you have a lot more options. So, anyways, I personally, I don't hate Elon Musk. I'm also not like a super big fanboy or whatever of him, and believe that everything he says is like, gold, whatever, like this Wozniak had mentioned, like Steve Jobs wanted to be seen as this type cult leader or whatever. I think in some ways Elon Musk's the same. So I think in the future that could potentially come back to bite him in the ass. So yeah. Anyways, that's my little rant on that topic. Article is linked down below, and that's it for today. Peace, everybody. Adios.